Hello. It's the Rundown on A2DRadio.com. We're live in the Legends Tap Studios. The best pizza this side of the Delaware, located 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey. Call them 609-336-3001. Follow them on Facebook at Legends Tap. Some big news breaking since we were here last Wednesday. Sam Bradford getting
Sammy B's
his
back,
contract
baby.
extension. No, let's not try to act like he's Sammy Football all of a sudden.
Yeah, he
Enough
is.
with the nicknames.
Yeah, he
we
is.
tried to give him the
Sammy
Sam
B
Chies
is
and everything
here.
else. Enough with the nicknames. We're Andrew J. Kind all of a sudden dropping catchphrases
Oh.
and nicknames
Ooh,
for Sam
got
Bradford.
him. Got him.
Because he doesn't listen to any of the shows anyway, so why does it matter?
Probably doesn't even realize there's a show
yeah,
happening
he
right
doesn't
now.
even know there's a show going on at the
And
moment.
if so, hey Andrew, how are you?
We'll talk about that a little bit later. Yes. We'll let the people at home.
Man.
We'll let the people at home judge whether or not his catchphrase makes any damn sense at all, or whether or not he's just an idiot.
I love how we're taking shots. It's
But
it's awesome.
listen.
Yeah,
Sean's
man.
not here today
Yeah.
because he had to attend a funeral,
Yeah.
and it's I don't who's he at this funeral with, Ralph? Is Trisha there with him?
I don't know.
You do know. Stop
I
acting
don't
like
know.
you don't
I think it's. I know his family's there. His family's with him.
Trisha, Ryan,
Yeah.
he's there with them all, right?
Yeah, probably.
Which number stepdaddy is Sean to Ryan?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't
You don't
know.
have the inside info.
I don't
don't
get-
don't
I
look
don't
at me.
get-
I
As
don't.
if
I
you
don't
don't
get
have the
into that.
inside info.
I don't get into
Sean,
that. Nope.
we're gonna have to get that answer from Sean at
Yeah.
some point, because, I feel like Ryan. I feel has had a lot of them. Maybe Sean's like the coolest stepdaddy he's ever had. We're gonna have to.
Ooh. Oh
we're gonna have
my
to get an
God.
inside story.
That's crazy.
Yes, 2 minutes in.
He's
and we're
throwing
firing
punches at
shots.
everybody today.
Listen, we
Jesus.
got to.
You know
We
why?
got
Because I'm
to.
on here, so I
No,
brought
no.
that.
Ryan Brodo is here from the Philly Sports Fix, doing a little bit of a double dip.
I can't believe you said that, dude. That's
Well, see, I had to get you into it early, Ralph, because sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself when you're here. So I had to get you into it
see,
early.
now the
now
shots
everybody's
go to
throwing
his
shots.
co-host.
I know.
Here we go. So we're at 2 minutes in. It's a lot of fun, right? We're brought to you by Obi's Catering, changing the world one dish at a time.
Who pissed
Contact
him
Chris
off today?
O'Brien,
Not Obies.
856-534-8410. Email cateringbyobi@yahoo.com. Tell them Tom Arnone sent you, and you get 20% off. So, the Sam Bradford contract extension, the official numbers, Ralph, 2 years, $36 million. I was wrong. I didn't think it was going to be possible to get 2 years out
I
of him.
told you he wasn't going to sign more than 3 years.
Well, I think realistically, that's what it should have been.
Yeah.
But when you I thought at the very least he was going to get an Alex Smith deal,
Yeah.
which, let's be
Yeah,
honest,
that's
like
what I
4
thought.
years,
Yeah,
like
60 million. Just
4
what Joe
years-
Flacco got today.
4 years, $64 million. That's still too much money. to
Flacco
give
got
to
what?
somebody
3
like that.
years, 66.4
Well, you also got
and
to
40.
remember, but Flacco already had the $120 million extension.
Yeah.
They're,
After he won the Super
they're
Bowl.
redoing his numbers so
Yeah.
that they can get more cap space down
The
there.
thing
in
is, though,
Baltimore.
Alex Smith and Sam Bradford are two completely different people. Alex Smith brought the Kansas City Chiefs to the playoffs. Sam
Yeah.
Bradford, not so much.
Well, at least Alex Smith stays healthy,
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
there
at
you
least-
go.
at
Yeah.
least- And Alex Smith, Bradford threw 19 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 3,700 yards last year. What concerns me about that is that guy right there, Nick Foles, looked phenomenal with 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in a Chip Kelly offense. I don't know how any of that translates over to a normal system. Mark Sanchez had his best career year under Chip Kelly, and we saw the guy stunk for how long out in New York. So
Sanchez.
I don't know what these guys can do in a regular system. Even something as simple as maybe a West Coast offense like Doug Peterson runs off the Andy Reid coaching tree. So I think it's irrelevant, though, if Bradford can't stay healthy. I mean, he played 14 games last year in a system that's supposed to be designed to keep you healthy, right?
And after,
Yeah,
after he
absolutely.
got his
Sports
concussion,
science
he
and
was actually
everything.
playing pretty good football.
He did.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, he's been 6 years in the league. He's had 1 year where he's played at least 16 games, and it was his rookie year.
Yeah, thank you.
So he hadn't played 16 games since then, and now he's got 2 ACL
He's like the new Michael Vick.
I mean,
Michael Vick
Oh,
would never,
no.
ever,
Oh, no.
ever.
Oh,
stay,
no, Ralph.
stay- No, I'm not saying like the
And then-
pit bull
Well,
side
I'm
of
gonna
it.
say, oh,
I'm saying
some of
the
our
injury-
listeners might take it the wrong way.
I'm saying the injury prone.
No, I
Michael
get
Vick
to- I
could
get what you're
never,
saying.
could never.
Michael Vick
play
spends
16
2 years
full
in jail
games.
for dog fighting. Listen, I love dogs too. I love my dogs. I'm an absolute dog lover. But he got 2 years in jail for that, and we've got guys beating their women like
Yeah.
they're dogs, and they're not
Yeah.
in jail.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
He's beating dogs like they are dogs, and he's in jail for 2 years. And we got guys beating women like dogs, and they're still playing football.
Welcome to the NFL.
And they get 90 days house arrest and probation for it.
Yeah,
Dante
exactly.
Stallworth gonna run over your sister while driving drunk and not end up in jail.
Yeah,
And
that's crazy.
And I like what you said, where the last full season he played was 6 years ago. He's only he's been in the league for 6 years, and the thing that I can't stand, people say that he has so much potential and he has the pedigree. Well, guess what? He had the pedigree 6-7 years ago, and 6-7 years ago I was in the 8th grade. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example. That time has long
when
gone.
he won the Heisman Trophy too, Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. We were well in our middle school years and high school years.
And then he came back like the next year and broke his shoulder. And in all honesty, I don't they drafted him #1 overall, even though he missed the whole year. And who knows if he ever recovered from what the shoulder injury was. I don't know if he ever was going to be capable of getting back to the Heisman Trophy player he was at Oklahoma to begin with after he broke the AC joint or whatever the hell it was his junior year.
And the thing that really worries me, and I agree with you, is that if somebody gets injured once, maybe twice, I feel like they will always stay injured. Maybe not full length to keep them off of the field, but it's always going to be there in the back of their mind. And two, if you have a depleted offensive line, which we'll get to in a little bit, that could also be a bad news scenario for Sam Bradford as well.
Is the offensive line, you guys talking a lot about the offensive line on the fix today?
Apparently. That was on our poll question.
That's on your poll question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have not been on Twitter since last. I did not see your poll. At least maybe I saw it. I just didn't.
That offensive
you
line
didn't
is brutal,
engage in the conversation, Mr. Burr?
I was on Twitter for a moment. I saw all the posts that were up on A2D, and I didn't see your question, I guess.
Dang, well, at least we got the quarterback situation what I wanted going into the draft. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, you wanted it taken care of, Ralph, right?
Yeah, and we got it done.
What do you think about it with 2 years, $36 million?
I love it. I love it.
$26 million apparently is guaranteed.
And now if he gets injured, you can drop him after the first year and then start over with the quarterback situation. I just wanted to have the quarterback situation all wrapped up before the draft here, boys.
Yeah, I agree.
So we go into the draft wondering about, all right, the offensive line. Do we get a wide receiver? Do we get that cornerback from Florida?
I mean, a lot of playmakers and stuff.
A lot of playmakers.
Or do you get another quarterback? That's not out of the question, boys.
Yeah, me and Zach were talking here pre-show, and Zach brought up a good point. You could take Vernon Adams in the 5th round and just have him and groom him for 2 more years.
I don't think there's
it was just a toss-up
in this draft. Here's why you don't take a guy at 13. I'll take a quarterback in any other round of the draft because you don't take a guy in any other round expecting him to turn into a franchise guy.
Or you can wait into the 3rd round and take Christian Hackenberger and Hackenberger, whatever his freaking last name is from Penn State.
Hackenberger, that could be a name for him. No, I like that, though.
If you take a guy anytime after the 1st round, if he becomes the franchise guy, it's by accident. You know what I mean? You kind of luck into that. So
it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, I don't think there's that guy in this draft. And even if there was, you signing him to a 2-year deal, he's at least the starter for this year. And you know how these agents work. You know how hardball works. If you were to draft a quarterback at 13, now Bradford's agents immediately go, I thought I was your guy.
Yeah.
I thought my client was your guy. I thought he was your starting quarterback. Now you tell me he's got to look over his shoulder again and expect that, you're saying this rookie's going to sit behind him the whole year. No, we all know the way this works. This is a play now league. Rookies don't sit for that long. Don't play this game. We just signed to an extension. I just don't see how that's feasible or realistic on the Eagles' part after signing this deal.
Yeah, I agree.
I could see it happening next year in the 1st round, even if Bradford was still here.
You just brought up a good point, because if you do draft a quarterback, the agent's going to be sitting there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You just signed Sam to a 2-year, 36, but you went out and drafted a quarterback?
And then you don't have a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
That's why I hate that Mark Sanchez is still on this team. What is he doing? He's actually putting this team back, because if there was no backup quarterback right now, if we didn't have that ridiculous Mark Sanchez contract.
Listen, and that's one of the reasons why Jeremy Maclin left Philadelphia is because he was waiting for if they were going to sign Sanchez or not. He even came out and he even said that that's one of the reasons why he left Philadelphia.
That's part of my whole reason for why I'm saying, if we want to get rid of Sanchez as your backup, hell, draft Vernon Adams, let him play backup. I don't really care. You tell me, it's worth the $5.5 million for Sanchez to be your backup. Draft Connor Cook in the 3rd round, draft Vernon Adams, draft Hagen, draft any of them. Let them be your damn backup. I don't really see, why we need to pay a backup $5 million.
In the draft, you don't trade your 13th pick. There's too many playmakers there. You don't trade back. You don't do this.
It doesn't make
you
any
keep
sense.
your 1st rounder. Then you worry about the 2nd round and see if you can get a draft pick in the 2nd round. Maybe, I don't know, sneak Murray in a trade or something.
Twitter question of the day is, do you like this Sam Bradford contract? I know there's probably going to be some people that are just going to say no just because they don't like the guy. They don't want him here. Yeah. I don't like him either, but, you kind of can't go wrong with the deal, so I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. I know we have a lot of votes already since it broke last night.
Yeah, exactly. That was the hot topic here in Philadelphia. And right now it's 67% no, 33% yes.
So it tells you everything. People do not want Bradford. They don't care how Eagle-friendly the deal is. They just don't want to play.
Well, I think it's a mixture of Eagles fans that are panicking a little bit and also realize that, this is the guy.
There's really no reason to panic.
No,
at
there's
all.
really no reason to panic. There's a reason to maybe have some questions with that, but there's no reason to panic. And two, I think it's a mixture of fans that are not Eagles fans that could see, we don't like it because it may be a good move, or maybe they just don't think it's a good move.
Yeah. People listen. Philadelphia.
Well, Philadelphia fans, I've been saying it since day one. Philadelphia fans are hypocrites anyway,
and they love to hate. They always pick the things out to hate. I mean, remember when that picture came out last season with Bradford with the one eye kind of like over to this side of his face, and like people were posting it talking about him having a lazy eye, and this is why he can't find the open receiver.
That's what I don't understand. It's like
so funny.
Why do you care what he looks like? It's like if he's throwing the ball for a touchdown, I don't care what he looks like, okay?
I've been saying this since day one with Zach. I mean, Philadelphia fans are hypocrites. They're hypocrites. I mean, watch Sam Bradford. Sam Bradford could throw 30 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, and everybody loves him this year. Or he can come out and throw 10 touchdowns with 30 interceptions. Everybody hates him.
And Mark on Twitter chimes in saying fake fans can just get lost and get away from our Twitter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for preaching, Mark.
It's true.
We go. Who is that, Mark Vrooman?
No, God. I haven't heard from him in a while.
I don't think any of us have. Last thing I heard, I think he was doing a show called The Cat Show or The Cat Hour or The Cat Group or something. So, it's
a little fitting, but I'm not going to get into that.
It's a little weird. That's the last thing I heard about him. Go on his Facebook page. That's what it says. I'm just saying.
Are we promoting Mark Vrooman?
We're not promoting Mark Vrooman.
Follow
at
him.
all.
He doesn't post.
Yeah, he's weird. He's a weirdo. One of those weird only childs.
Oh, yeah.
We all know one of them in our life.
Zach's taking shots today.
I know.
We're having some fun.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
It's a beautiful Wednesday. We're kicking it off. We're having some fun. This Bradford contract, I figured, people are going to have a lot of things to say. People are going to be making jokes. Some people are going to be happy. Some people are going to be mad. There was a time that, this was the day to kind of take shots in all directions because, it was just one of those days.
And I'll be honest with you, Zach. I thought, a couple weeks back when we really didn't know what was going on with the quarterback situation, I was hell-bent on just saying, okay, we need to sign Sam Bradford. But now that it's happened, there's a lot of question marks because and I told Frank on the way up here, I said, I officially have no idea what the Philadelphia Eagles want to do. Because you go back a week and we were talking about Doug Peterson said that Chase Daniel could be a solid quarterback if he was given the chance. And I was like, okay, well, I guess you're going after him. And now you see that Sam Bradford is your guy. I don't get it. I don't know what they're going to do.
I made this joke over the weekend because, Tom was actually talking about being sick of all this Sam Bradford talk. He was kind of on your boat, right? Like, just one way or another, let's just make something happen now.
Yeah.
If we sign him, we sign him. If we don't, we don't. I'm tired of all this.
Yes.
And I kind of chimed in trying to be funny, saying, I feel like I'm so tired of it, too. I'm actually okay with the idea of Chase Daniel as my next starting quarterback. And that's what I was getting at last week. Like, at this point, if it's a transitional period, I don't even care at this point.
Exactly.
Great. Pay him his $8 million, and we'll save a ton of money, and now we can throw money at, Josh Gordon and Travis Benjamin and anybody else we want to in free agency.
Well, at one point, the Eagles were actually looking at Eric Berry before he got franchise
I love
tag,
Eric
too.
Berry. I didn't think he was ever going to make it to the open market. I want Travis Benjamin now. I think Benjamin's the perfect receiver for this type of system. He's small, he's quick, he's agile, he'll stretch the field, but he's more of a complete receiver than Deshaun Jackson ever was in Philadelphia.
I was almost content with having Chase Daniel as our quarterback just because it just seemed like that was going to be the theme. I was thinking, okay, maybe long term they could actually do something.
I just wanted the whole quarterback situation just get done and over with before the draft so we can focus on the draft and not the quarterback situation. I mean, I don't care who the quarterback was. Throw Mark Sanchez in. Let's go 3-13 and draft Chad Kelly or Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I want Chad Kelly. I do.
And that's why I didn't understand. Okay, if you're going through that whole transitional period, why do you sign Chase Daniel? If you don't want to try and win now, just keep Sanchez.
Yeah.
You have him.
Yeah, just let him start.
And then
draft Paxton Lynch at 13, and then let the kid.
In all honesty, though,
and then throw him in the second year.
I couldn't have done. I mean, oh my God, if we would have had Sanchez as our starting,
I wouldn't have watched. I would have watched, but I wouldn't have watched.
I would have been okay with it because even if you suck, you suck. I get a better pick now. I get Jim Kelly's nephew, Chad, next year out of Ole Miss. I'm fine. Give me the NFL bloodlines. Let's go win a Super Bowl.
You know why I was a little hesitant to try and I'm not going to call it a lost season, but I didn't want to go in that direction because I didn't want that one lost season to turn into 3 or 4 because you never know. If you go out and you get somebody in the draft that you think is going to be a key guy and he's not, well, then you can turn into the Cleveland Browns and you get into that whole mode and that whole, image of just losing. And that's what I was afraid of.
Yeah.
And that could still happen with Sam Bradford. That's
See,
the scary thing.
I'm just going to throw this
And listen,
out there.
Sam Bradford's one hit away from tearing that ACL again.
He is.
And retiring.
Yeah.
I'm just going to throw this out there because we're going to take our first break in a minute. We're going to when we come back, we want to break down more the in-depth details of the contract because there's some things that really put this contract in the Eagles' favor as far as it being just a complete win for them where there's kind of no risk involved. But I just want to throw this out there first because we're paying Bradford $36 million, $26 million of it guaranteed. Now, there's obviously some other details that go with that. But there's a guy like Blaine Gabbert, for example, that was out there that looked okay in San Francisco that we're going to pay, $4 million if he came in here to start? And I don't know if he could give me what Sam Bradford could give me, but I don't know if he couldn't, you know what I mean? He might be able to give me exactly what Sam Bradford gives me, except we paid him $4 million rather than 36. That's just why I don't like this deal. I get it. There's no risk really involved for the Eagles, but to the point we're all talking about, if this was going to be a transitional year, why pay a guy $26 million guaranteed?
Perfect example, Kirk Cousins, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah, all of that's because we're talking NFL free agency as well. So obviously that's in full-fledged effect now with franchise tags and everything else going down. We're going to get into the combine, who looked good, who didn't, the 13th overall pick, spring training. We want to talk a little Phillies, how many wins you think they're going to have, and your preseason MLB favorites. All of it coming up on the other side of the break. This is the Rundown on A2DRadio.com. We're brought to you by Martino Roofing with more than 15 years of roofing experience, proudly serving Seoul, New Jersey, as well as Pennsylvania, Delaware, the entire South Jersey area. Give them a call at 609-793-5103. Email martinoroofing@comcast.net or visit their website, martinoroofingllc.com.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Het, your dude with the tunes from A to Z Classic Rock. When I'm hungry and in the mood for pizza or killer sandwich, I head to Legends Tap, located at 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey. Pleasant atmosphere, delicious pizza, kickin' sandwiches, great iced tea, soda, or if you prefer an adult beverage, they have that also. 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by The Sports Outlet, located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. With over 40 years of customer experience giving the latest in uniforms and equipment to sports enthusiasts of baseball, softball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, and much more. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or send them an email at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit their website at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all of your sporting needs. A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Martino Roofing. With more than 15 years of roofing experience, they have all the services that you need, whether it's new construction, tear-offs, replacements, or re-roofs for your residential or commercial business. They'll provide a detailed service in a timely and professional manner. So you can give them a call for a free consultation at 609-792-5103. Send them an email at martinoroofing@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.martinoroofingllc.com. The number again is 609-792-5103. Martino Roofing.
Hey guys, Rob Povia here from Fantasy Dominance Now and the Hockey Happy Hour with a quick question. Are you in need of a professional home improvement? Then contact Harry's Contracting, 609-638-6336. That's 609-638-6336. No job too big, no job too small. The owner, Harry Ernst, is a fully licensed general contractor. tile work, bathroom and kitchen remodeling, and just about everything else. No matter what you need, Harry will leave your home looking as beautiful as ever. Harry's Contracting offers free estimates, and if you mention A2D Radio during the estimate, Harry will give you 15% off the quote. Give him the job, tack on another 5% for a total of 20% savings off his already insane low prices. So contact Harry's Contracting today, 609-638-6336, or email harryscontractimprovements@gmail.com. Harry's Contracting, insane home improvements.
You're listening to The Rundown, only on A2DRadio.com.
Apparently, it's $36 million Wednesday here on the Rundown on A2DRadio.com.
Wish I
Having a
got
lazy
36.
eye and never playing a full season since your rookie year qualifies into a $36 million contract if you're Sam Bradford. You know, if we all had that life.
Which means that's
if we
saying
could all look like Sam Bradford and have the money, we'd all have his girlfriend. Have you seen his girlfriend?
Oh my god.
Oh, my God.
Should I search it?
Yeah, you should search it. You want to
What's
see
it
it.
called?
We might want to post it just because.
If you
What, on Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook.
Here you
Any
go.
of them, yes. Is Sam Bradford's girlfriend hot? The new Twitter question of the day.
Don't give me any ideas. You know
What would
I'll
you
do
do to Sam Bradford's girlfriend if you could have her for a weekend?
Sam
Oh,
Bradford's girlfriend 2015. Wait, nothing came up.
We're 20 minutes in. It's getting
Oh.
better and better, Ryan.
what's it?
What?
Now we're
If you-
taking shots at
if
Sam
you-
Bradford's girlfriend.
If you're a Philadelphia Eagles player and you tear your ACL, just come. If you're just an NFL player in general and you tear your ACL, just come to Philadelphia. You get $36 million.
His girlfriend is Carly Kloss?
I don't know. I don't know who that is. All I
Yeah, I
know
don't
is
know
she's
who
a
that
hot
is
blonde,
either.
I believe.
I'm going to do some research.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't mind me.
Now Carly Claw. What is she from, like the Disney Channel or something?
No, she's a filmmaker.
like a
One of the
Zendaya?
filmmakers that I follow, she's like best friend with him.
Oh. Best friends with them. So she's like the side chick.
I guess. You're asking me?
So she's like the side chick. Like Trisha.
Oh my God.
I don't know that
Calm down.
reference.
Calm down.
I don't
Calm
Oh,
down.
I do know that reference. Okay.
Calm down.
Very good.
You were talking this Bradford guy. Like, Ralph, what do you even care? Like, are you dating her too? Is she your
Nah,
side
dude.
chick too?
Oh, I'm just saying.
We could have some fun with Sean when he's not here.
Yeah, I know. He's
You
probably
know?
snoring some lines or something like that.
That's the fun I had with him. He was
That
here
was last week.
Yeah.
I
That
had
was
fun
last
with him
week, Ralph.
He was here when I was having that type of fun
Yeah.
with him.
Oh, dear.
He was like, we were like, we're just kidding. Sean does not do drugs
Yeah.
that we know of. It's like,
That we know of.
he does not do them in my presence. So
Yeah.
therefore, he doesn't do them.
Therefore, he's not guilty.
Exactly. He's not guilty. He's innocent until proven guilty. That's the way this
What's
justice
this, law and
system
order?
works.
Hashtag law
What
and
is this,
order.
Law and
Yeah,
order?
it's the way this justice system works. This Bradford contract, $36 million over 2
Oh,
years.
that's right, Sam Bradford.
Yes. Speaking of people who are, innocent until proven guilty, $26 million of it is guaranteed, and I guess 18 of that obviously is in the first year. Now, I read an interesting report that would leave $8 million obviously of it for the second year, but I read something that says
If he gets injured, I know if he gets like a traumatic injury or something like that, or tears, they can
Yeah.
release him. It's only a $6 million cap hit that they're going to take on. Or
there was a major
I mean,
injury out clause
Yeah.
to protect them from like another ACL injury or something like that. And I also read something about that on what the date every year that like that's when people will do their roster bonuses.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
well, on that date next year, 2017, March or May of 2017, whatever it is, he would be owed his $4 million roster bonus. So what that tells me is you can pretty much part ways with Sam Bradford for $4 million. That's pretty much, it means that like if it really got to that point, you give him his $4 million that he's owed regardless, whether he's on your roster or not. Obviously, because if he stays on your roster, you have to pay him it. If he comes down to it and he stinks that bad, I can just pay him that and say take a walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take a hike.
And that's
So
huge. That's huge.
I don't really think $4 million is going to be that hard to eat if you're the Eagles with the cap
Yeah.
space that they're probably going to have.
Yeah, I agree. That's
So,
huge.
But I think more details are going to end up working the way, obviously with this as the next couple of days go along.
And the reason why it's so much money that they gave him so much is because they released D'Amico Ryans. They got rid of Riley Cooper, which listen, if both of them are here, Sam Bradford's not signed yet. If both of them are not here.
I know what Riley Cooper's next job, what his next position is going to be.
I guarantee a bouncer at the Kenny Chesney
gas station attendant.
He's going to be Urban Meyer's wide receiver coach at Ohio State. I guarantee you.
Oh,
this is what's going to end up happening.
This is what I hated about, and I didn't hate Riley Cooper because of this.
Wide receiver coach at South Carolina.
Yeah, exactly. I hated the image that everybody would talk about Riley Cooper with, and the reason why. Oh, this is why you keep him. He's a wide receiver, but he's good. You keep him because he's great at blocking. No. Then you switch his position if he's good at blocking.
If he's good at blocking, you might as well just put him in the fullback position.
Thank you.
I pay him a veteran minimum to block. I'm not paying you $25 million in a contract just because you block.
If you're a wide receiver and if you're known for your blocking skills, there's an issue there.
Yeah, you should there's an issue there. Fullback or a tight end.
Catch the frickin' football, please.
Yeah. Well. Eddie McCaffrey was a wide receiver that was known for his blocking skills, but Ed McCaffrey actually catch the football. He caught the football when he played with John Elway, when he played with Phil Simms, but he was just a good blocking wide receiver. Then you see Christian McCaffrey now what his son does at Stanford. That's not Riley Cooper. Riley Cooper just simply blocks. He can't catch me the football. He can't get open. He can't jump high in the air.
By the way, Riley Cooper is the reason why we lost the wild card game against the Packers. Because my man didn't want to jump for the ball in the end zone.
He's not even a red zone threat.
What was that, 2010 with Michael Vick?
Yeah, well, no, that was a bad decision. Vick could have had. He had so much wide open.
Listen. If the game's on the line, I'm jumping over you and grabbing that ball.
Back to 2010.
I know, right? We're going all the way back. I remember when
It's
Andy
his
Reid,
fault. It's his fault, Zach.
Mismanaged the play clock. That 1 millionth and fifth time in 2010, and we had a chance to get some points inside the red zone. I think we were at the 10, and there was 20 seconds left, and I remember he ran out the clock, but that happened a million times. So I'm probably referencing.
But we had a chance to beat the Packers and move on. Riley Cooper didn't jump for the ball. He didn't jump for the ball.
Okay, Ralph.
It's his fault.
You're blaming that entire loss off of one situation in the game.
Listen, if the game's on the line and Michael Vick tosses me a ball in the end zone, I'm jumping for joy.
I get it, but you have to understand.
Riley Cooper, I'm glad he's gone.
Riley Cooper stinks, but it's kind of irrelevant. I don't think we're not winning a Super Bowl that year. It's Riley Cooper's fault that the Packers ended up going on to beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
If we deserved to be in the Super Bowl, we would have been well ahead in that game.
Who wants Raplesberger having another ring anyway?
Nobody.
He's already got 2 of them. And he's married.
4 of them.
How did that happen?
4 of them.
How do you rape?
Got 4.
How do you rape 2 women and you're now married?
He took the 2 rings off the girls that got raped, and then he got the 2 Super Bowls. So he's got 4 rings.
4 rings.
Good for him.
Yes, I guess. You say so.
This would be the part where Noah's like, and how many do the Eagles have? None!
It would be, yes. Noah's not here, fortunately.
Oh, man.
Time's ticking.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll be arriving soon. Brace for impact.
And then he's going to want to grab a mic and jump on with us.
Hey, guys, how are you?
We can move on away from this Bradford thing a little bit and kind of move on to the free agency because I think what's affected this Bradford contract, and I said this all along, but Kirk Cousins and the contract that Kirk Cousins eventually signed was going to affect a contract that Bradford ultimately signed.
It's the non-exclusive franchise tag.
And exactly. He's now been, I believe now, I think that gives teams other teams the option to give a better deal.
Somebody else got that too. I think I forget who else got that, but what is it
Norman? I think Norman might have got it with the
Josh
Panthers.
Norman got it. What is it if teams reach out, the Panthers and the Redskins, they can
other
both
teams
match.
Can negotiate with them, and if a team were to offer more money to a guy like Cousins or Norman, that team then has the Redskins or the Panthers would have the option to match the offer that the other team had given. So, listen, you're matching any offer that Josh Norman probably gets from anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
if you come into somebody comes in with $120 million for Kirk Cousins, if you're the
I wouldn't be
Redskins,
surprised if Houston if Houston reaches out to Kirk Cousins.
I heard Houston's really interested in Brock Osweiler.
That's what I thought.
Really?
Yeah, really. They went, but what's interesting about that is if you're Denver, why do you let Brock Osweiler go?
Yeah.
Frank was telling me on the way up here that they're interested in Paxton Lynch.
Who? Denver?
Yeah. No. Houston. Houston. And now I'm hearing that they're interested in Hackenberg.
Well, I think
Are they interested in 5 guys?
Hackenberger.
I think everybody knew
Doesn't
they were
matter.
interested in Hackenberg all along. His best year at Penn State came under Bill O'Brien, so I think O'Brien thinks he maybe could steal Hackenberg if he gets him in the 3rd round. He thinks he's a franchise
Hackenberger.
guy, and he steals him.
It's Hackenberger.
No, it's Hackenberg with a G.
I'm kidding.
Yes.
I think Ralph's saying until
know.
he actually does something in the league, he's Hackenberger. I think that's what
How
Ralph
about
is
he's
saying.
just a hack until he does anything.
He's
in the
a
league?
hack.
Yeah, oh, there you go. There
He's
you
a
go.
hag.
He's just a
He's a
hack.
hag.
He's just a hack.
Play
Yeah.
on
The
words.
kid's
Yes,
gonna
exactly.
suck.
I'm
The
very
kid
good at it,
sucks.
unlike some people I know.
The kid sucks. He can't even beat Temple. And Temple sucks.
But the funny thing is, watch like everybody in the first round that's projected to be
Yeah.
good, flat out sucks, and then you see a guy Hackenberg. That's the best one by far out of the draft.
Who was
Burger.
Who was the one with the small hands? Did they say Jared Goff had the small hands?
I don't
Oh
pay
my
attention
God.
to hand size.
Goff sucks
Well,
anyway.
so they showed up at the combine.
Goff
they,
has 4 good games,
Like-
and he's good.
They-
Top first pick in the draft.
Well, they didn't win anything in California,
Sucks.
but there's no talent out there. But he did throw for 4,000 yards and like 35
Sucks.
touchdowns. I mean, or 40
Sucks.
touchdowns. Listen, I heard this comparison.
Ralph
Ryan,
thinks he's.
Ryan, tell me one of them. Ralph's a Michigan State fan, and Ralph's watched a ton of Jared
Listen,
Goff.
Connor Cook should be the first pick.
Yeah, Ralph's a Michigan State fan. Here we go with Connor Cook. Connor Cook. This should tell,
He is
this-
going to be second rounder,
This
though.
tells me everything I need to know about Connor Cook. His own teammates at Michigan State did not vote him to be a captain his senior year there. Tells me everything I need to know. How are you the quarterback at a major Division I institute, and your own teammates are like, "Yep, you can't be my captain." That's just an issue. That tells me a little bit more. Like there's something there to that.
Listen.
Johnny Manziel and Robert Griffin III were named captains, and this guy can't be a captain.
Hackenberger came and beat Temple, and you expect him to beat the Cleveland Browns?
Hackenberg also has you as his head coach. James Franklin's an idiot. You watch 4 Penn State games. I know everything I need about that.
Oh, my
That dude's
God.
an idiot. He's a knucklehead
He
and a
lost to
half.
Temple, dude.
Christian
He
Hackenberg
sucks.
gave everybody. Christian Hackenberg
sucks.
gave the equipment manager a shout out that was deflating his footballs, and he didn't even give Jim Franklin a shout out. He didn't even thank his head coach for 2 years, and he gave the equipment manager that was making his, his post game meal or whatever the hell it is at Penn State. He's giving him a shout out, and James Franklin can't get a shout out. Franklin
Jay Franklin
stinks.
sucks.
Please, he does.
The whole Penn State football organization sucks.
Enough. Joe Paterno. They got the greatest head coach in the history of college football.
No,
attacked
I
the
mean,
lineage.
obviously after Paterno.
You're a problem. As I
Hackenberg
channel my
sucks.
inner Tom, we got to take a break for station identification, a2dradio.com.
You're listening to A2D Radio. A2D Radio. A2D Radio. At A2DRadio.com.
A2DRadio.com. This is the rundown. Talking about the Eagles free agency, NFL Combine, 13th overall pick, throwing it all into one. It's all kind of going on at the same time right now. So we're talking about it big picture. I talked about it right before we went to our station ID. I'm not sure if it was Jared Goff. It was one of the first-round quarterbacks. It would have obviously either been Goff, Lynch, or Carson Wentz. But you know how they always do all the measurements at the combine. Everybody puts so much into the measurements. It's like God forbid, Jared Goff, I think, had 9.5-inch hands, and they consider that like a half-inch too small to be an NFL quarterback. So now he's going to go from the 3rd overall pick to Teddy Bridgewater territory and about to fall out of the first round.
I'll tell you right now, I hate the NFL Combine. I hate it because so many people get excited for the wrong reasons and for the the smallest things. And for example, there will be a guy that does has a great combine, and they're going to say, "Oh, he's the next big thing," and then he sucks. Yeah.
They do the same thing with basketball too.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons is supposed to be the next LeBron James.
He's gonna
Ben
be
Simmons,
phenomenal though.
oh,
Ben
come on,
Simmons
I
is
don't
going to
know,
be
dude.
phenomenal.
I don't know. He might not even.
Why-
he might even
why-
be first
why
pick
do you
no
You
think-
more.
coach hockey, and you're trying to tell me that Ben Simmons.
I'm about to say, why do you
Come
think
on.
he's not going to be good?
I don't. He's going to be top 1 no more. He's not going to be the first pick in the
Who's going
draft.
to be the first pick?
Ingram, dude, from Duke.
You
Dude,
gotta
he
be
balls
joking.
out.
Are we
man.
doing
Come
this
on
today?
now, dude.
Enough.
Come on. now.
Explain to
Next
me
you're
why
gonna
you don't think Ben
tell me
Simmons will be
Grayson
good.
Allen's going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Listen, Grayson. I mean, Grayson. Now
Why? Because he's a white boy coming from the guy that thinks Cody Ashley's
I don't like.
phenomenal.
I
You
don't.
like
What?
Cody Ashley.
Okay. Well,
I never said that. I never said Cody
Man
Ashley was
crushing over
phenomenal.
here on Cody Ashley. You
See,
like
now he's putting more. He's putting freaking words in my mouth.
last week, me and Ryan are bashing your boy Cody Ashley, and you're talking about Cody. You guys don't think Cody Ashley's good?
I never
think-
said that. When did I
think-
say that?
the Philadelphia Phillies are are referring Cody Ashley as a utility guy. You know who is
I
a
never
utility
said
guy?
Cody
Somebody
Ashley
that
was
sucked.
phenomenal.
He could teach my cousin how to hit. Like I'll pay him to like be my cousin's personal hitting instructor.
He can't
like,
field. He can't
Listen,
hit. What
Ben
can
Simmons,
he do?
I don't think Ben Simmons is going to be number one no more. I think Ingram's going to be number one.
Okay, but explain. Do you think he's going to be good in the
LSU might not even make the dance.
Who do you think he's? I mean, do you think he's going to
Who
be a
cares
good
if LSU
NBA
makes the
superstar?
dance?
Do you
I do.
Ben Simmons has got 21 double-doubles this year.
Thank
That's
you.
more than any other player in
I don't
college
know.
on a
basketball.
team that
And he's a
sucks?
freshman, and
On a
his
team that
stinks.
sucks.
I don't
He's the
think he
only
does.
one that can play.
I don't think he go number one.
Listen, I'll use this to segue into something that's a little bit relevant from the college basketball perspective because there's a player from Baylor. What's his name? Frank, you might know his name. He's a senior at Baylor, or a junior basketball player at Baylor, whatever it was, and he wanted to try out at the NFL Combine. He's now returning to Baylor for his 5th year to play a year of college football, and then he's going to try to go to the NFL draft next year. He's like 6'8" and like 260 pounds. He's probably going to play like defensive end and like,
He's
be
gonna
like,
tear it up.
he could play tight end or something, be Antonio Gates, the next coming. But that's like that's what the NFL Combine. That's why I hate the Combine. If you're a phenomenal athlete, like you can just show up at the Combine and be like, I want to like run your 40-yard dash, like run a 4.3, and like remember when what's his name from Jamaica, the sprinter. Usain Bolt, and like he was like setting all
That
the
guy
records.
from Jamaica.
And they had him on they had him on ESPN. Which one? John Candy? Cool Runnings?
Yeah.
No.
I love that movie.
They had him.
Eddie the Eagle.
Yeah,
Anybody see that movie?
Usain Bolt. They have him. Come on SportsCenter, and like, you ever think about trying off the NFL and being a wide receiver? Like, why? Because he can set world records as a sprinter.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he's
Imagine
gonna be the
if he
next
was
Jerry
in
Rice.
the NFL.
He's gonna
Oh
be the
my
next Jerry
God.
Rice.
Well, imagine if
catching
he got
touchdowns.
tackled in the NFL. He's going so fast, and then it's like a car
It's
accident.
like he's catching touchdowns. Like he's the next Jerry Rice. Come on, please.
Just because he can run doesn't mean he can
Earl
catch the
Thomas
football.
is gonna pop him right in his head, and then he's gonna like not be able to do anything. He's not gonna be able to run at the Olympics anymore. He's not gonna be able to catch a football anymore. He ain't doing nothing.
My head's still spinning with the fact that Ralph isn't high on Ben Simmons.
I know.
I'm still on that. I'm
know.
still on that. It doesn't make any
Not
sense
going
to
to be
me.
the first pick overall.
I don't care. Okay, first off, and it goes for all sports. I
not
don't
gonna
care if
be
he's the
number
first,
one.
second, third, fourth. Because just because you're the
He's
first,
top
second, third,
five.
fourth doesn't mean
He's
you're
not
going to be
going
good.
number one
That's what-
anymore, man. They even said he's not going to
We
be
can
number
let Ralph
one.
Ralph write an article. How about this?
Write an article.
We need articles.
Dude, I suck
we
at
need
writing.
articles on. Write an
I
article.
suck at writing.
Well, Frank right here can help you.
You wouldn't
My
know
man
unless you
to your right can help
tried.
you write an article about Ben Simmons, because we're not going to get sidetracked with Ben Simmons conversations unless it has to do with how much illegal benefits LSU has
The
paid
reason
him
why
to
I
get him to
don't
come
want
play
Ben
there.
Yeah, that's a
Simmons.
problem.
The only
That's-
reason I want Ben Simmons. The only reason why I don't want Ben Simmons number one is because the Sixers are going to have number one pick, and I want him to.
And you're a Lakers fan,
Yeah, I'm a
which is
Lakers
like
fan.
that's
Wait,
fraudulent to begin
he's a
with.
Lakers
Which
fan.
is fraudulent to begin with.
I didn't know that.
fraudulent.
You're fraudulent.
Oh my!
What
God.
do you like,
Why?
Kobe?
Because I don't like the
That's
Sixers
fucking
because
LA.
I'm
Are
from
you a Kobe
Philadelphia.
guy? You like the Black Mamba, you like Kobe.
I always
You're a
grew up
Kobe
watching
guy.
the Lakers. I grew up
Great.
watching the Lakers.
I have a feeling you're a Sixers fan until the Lakers beat
We
us.
all grew up
Hell
watching the
no.
damn Lakers. Like, the Lakers were down.
Hell no.
That's like being a Bulls fan because you grew up in the 90s watching the Bulls dominate. That's ridiculous.
Nobody in my family, nobody in my family likes the Sixers. The Sixers are a disease to Philadelphia.
You're ridiculous.
Well, I don't disagree
You're
with
a
you with that.
disease.
I don't disagree
I'm
with
a
them with
disease.
Ralph's
that.
a disease.
You're
I
a
actually-
disease.
I actually
Ralph's
agree
the
partially
fungus
with what he
between my
just said, that
toes.
the
The
Sixers
Sixers
right now
are
are
a
a disease.
disease. Are to
Ralph's my
Philadelphia.
athlete's foot. It's itching really bad at the moment. It's irritating me. Oh,
Well, the listeners can't
I
see
think I
this.
know who that is. Isn't that the guy? Isn't that the
No, don't spoil it. Let Ralph guess.
Frank, you don't have a mic, by the way.
Ralph? You know who that is?
Italian.
Ralph? You know who that is?
Yeah, it's his first name's Mark though.
Well, actually, his first name is Mark, isn't it? Yeah, that's the guy
Mark
that was.
Madsen.
Mark Madsen. There you go. Yeah, he's yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you your fandom. Mark Madsen, the white boy from the Lakers, who was doing the rap after they won like 3 in a row or whatever. Yeah, that was the most awkward thing I'd ever seen on the history of television. That guy. Yes. Anyway, we're trying to talk Eagles free agency,
Yeah.
and then y'all got me sidetracked with Ben Simmons. We got so sidetracked, we're
Sucks.
gonna have to
My
take a
head's
break
Ben
in another
Simmons
minute.
sucks.
Ben Simmons. Enough. Ben Simmons is the next. Magic Johnson said he's the most complete product coming out of
They
college.
say that about the guy every
Magic Johnson
year,
never
man.
says that.
No, but
Magic Johnson. Charles Barkley says something idiotic about somebody every year. Magic Johnson never says it.
I understand what you're saying, Ralph. They say it about a guy usually that has a team around him. Ben Simmons has no one to help him, and he's showing so much potential. Can you imagine
I
what
don't
he'll
wanna-
do when he has a
He
team
has
around
listen to
him?
his game.
He
Yes.
could be the second pick. I don't want him to be. He can be. He's not
Enough.
gonna be the first pick.
Ralph, let's get right into the Eagles. Let's get into this free agency
Please,
thing, okay?
please.
Kirk Cousins has signed a franchise tag, okay?
Which
I
means
think
that
this is
team
a fact.
still.
I think this affected the deal that Bradford's now signed. Bradford becomes the top quarterback on the market. He's out there with Chase Daniel, Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's technically available, although you would have to think the Jets are going to lock him up. Bradford becomes that guy. So Cousins signs a franchise tag, and I think that allows us to be in a position now to luck out where we sign Bradford to this $36 million deal over just 2 years with $26 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And obviously a lot of ways out of this contract after the first year. Free agency-wise, I mean, Von Miller signed a franchise tag. Josh Norman, we mentioned, signed a franchise tag along with Cousins. We got all these guys signing franchise tags. Eric Berry signed one. So, what's his name? Alshon Jeffrey signed one. So we got all these guys that are now off the table that say we maybe would have been interested in if we were the Eagles.
Is Jeffrey's franchise tag a non-exclusive, or is it just a regular franchise tag where nobody can, look at the kid? I think it's a normal franchise tag. I think they locked him
I'm not
up.
exactly sure, but I mean the ball is still in Chicago's court there. Obviously, if they're giving him the franchise tag, Ryan, what are you doing over here? You're eating French fries?
From Legends Tap.
Yeah, Jesus. Just somebody mute him. You're eating French fries. I can
Maddie,
hear you crunching on the salt.
I'm moving my mic away from my mouth.
You better share some
courteous.
French fries the next time we go to break.
Brought to you by.
Brought to you by Legends Tap. Exactly. But no, so we've got Alshon Jeffrey, who's now off the table, and that's why I've turned my attention to Travis Benjamin.
Yeah.
And a guy like Josh
give him
Gordon.
money. Give him.
Josh Gordon's going to be able to apply for reinstatement to the NFL after this upcoming season. He's getting himself back in the football shape, and he'll be able to reapply.
He's not going to be selling
He'll
cars
be able to apply
anymore.
for reinstatement. Just saying, I'm not opposed to the idea.
That's
of
the
bringing
only
Josh Gordon
Cleveland
in.
Brown I would ever take.
You wouldn't take Johnny Manziel?
Oh my God!
Don't say that in front of me.
That's terrible.
Will he ever be in the NFL again?
Hopefully not. I mean,
Hopefully to his health and
yeah,
his mental well-being.
Well, he
hopefully
ain't
not.
going to
Mental
jail,
problems.
and neither
Listen,
is McCoy going to
listen,
jail. So
being
why
a-
does it matter?
Being a woman beater's not a mental problem, okay? It's just a problem.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
it's nothing to do with the mental. It has nothing to do with mental anything.
it's just a
You just
problem.
beat women. You're a scumbag. You need to be sent to jail.
My name's Johnny Manziel.
I want
and
to send
beat
all
women.
these NFL players.
Hi, Johnny.
Can we have all these NFL players go to the same like the same maximum security prison? They all have to be in the same wing of the jail.
What, the NFL jail?
Yeah, they all got to be the same wing, and we're gonna have them all the prison jail, like military jail, where they end up just chopping bricks and cement and all that. That's what we're gonna have them do for just 5 years, and then finally make them. They can come back and apply for reinstatement, but nobody wants them. It's the rundown on a2dradio.com. We're brought to you by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Go to 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call, 856-930-2030. Visit them at sportsoutletinc.com or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net.
Welcome in to the worldwide leader of what? Real talk, a2dradio.com. This is Tom Arnone, owner and founder of a2dradio.com. What if I told you I knew the best caterer in the business? Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It's Obie's Catering. You can contact Obie's Catering at cateringbyobie@yahoo.com or give Chris O'Brien a call at 856-534-8410. From graduations to wedding rehearsals to just if you need food cooked in your house. He'll do it all. He's trying to change the world one dish at a time. That's Obie's Catering. Chris O'Brien, 856-534-8410. Tell him Tommy A from a2dradio.com sent you, and you'll get 20% off.
This is Head, your dude with the tunes from A to Z classic rock. When I'm hungry and in the mood for pizza or killer sandwich, I head to Legends Tap, located at 318 High Street in Burlington, New Jersey. Pleasant atmosphere, delicious pizza, kickin' sandwiches, great iced tea, soda, or if you prefer an adult beverage, they have that also. 318 High Street, Burlington, New Jersey, Legends Tap, the best pizza this side of the Delaware.
get your skills in shape, then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
The Rundown, only on A2DRadio.com.
This is the Rundown on A2DRadio.com. We are sponsored by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control, your local pest control provider. If you've got some pests, like we've got one that just walked into the studio now, and Mr. Noah Eaton, you need to go to Romeo's Termite and Pest Control, a family-owned and operated business. Give them a call at 856-341-3927. Visit their website, romeospestcontrol.com. Looking crusty as always, my man. The Eagles hat, the Eagles T-shirt. Yes, you're all eagled up. Who do you think? Who do the Eagles take at 13, Noah?
Hopefully Treadwell, but he'll probably be gone.
Laquan Treadwell. I like it.
Yeah, see?
I like the Laquan Treadwell pick. Okay.
That's who I wanted, too.
Jack Conklin, Laquan Treadwell, Vernon Hargraves.
Maybe now you can get freaking Jalen Smith in the 4th round.
Yeah, I'll take Jalen Smith late in the draft, absolutely. Take a chance on his ligament issue. You go from the 3rd best overall prospect to not even being drafted. Yeah, I'll take a shot on you.
Yeah.
That's
take him in the 4th round.
That's drafting 101. That's like when Tyrann Mathieu fell to the 3rd round. Yeah, that's drafting 101. This type of talent sitting in my lap here, like even if he can't cut cut his issue, or even if the knee never heals properly, whatever. What are you losing? You drafted him in the 6th round. Who cares?
I'll take him.
A lot of talent in this draft.
A lot of playmakers.
Do well this year. If you actually draft well this year, I mean, you can set yourself up. I mean, we're a couple pieces away. We can get those 2 pieces this year.
Maybe the Eagles can actually have a good, draft first time in I don't even know how long.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, Howie Roseman's calling the shots, and he's the one that drafted Marcus Smith.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
Let's not be too.
I already know what the Eagles are going to do. They're going to take
Paxton
Paxton Lynch at 13.
Which would be which makes no sense at this moment.
Makes zero sense.
2 weeks ago would have made a ton
but
of
it,
sense.
But it's Howie Roseman though.
Makes no sense.
I mean,
it's Howie Roseman. They're going to take Paxton Lynch at 13.
It would make okay. It could make sense if we didn't have a backup quarterback, which like we talked about earlier. But the fact that we have Mark Sanchez as our backup and we have Sam Bradford,
I'm drafting a backup quarterback at 13 with.
True.
There for the next year and a half.
That's true.
It's
Howie Roseman. He's gonna do.
2nd round pick, so we don't draft anybody legitimately till the 3rd round. What did you just wasted your damn draft?
Yeah.
No, I agree.
I want Treadwell. Treadwell. Hackenberger. It's Hackenberger until he.
Treadmill. Hackenberger. Gene Simmons instead of Ben Simmons.
Gene Simmons. Oh God.
Ben Simmons.
As Frank is choking on a French fry right now.
Ben Simmons is no longer going to be the top pick.
Brought to you by Legends Tap.
Ugh.
No, I mean
Ralph's an issue.
I understand where Ralph is coming from. Where I wouldn't be surprised if they took somebody at 13 as far as a quarterback, not because of Harry Roseman, because I understand Harry Roseman just does not make good decisions, but also because Doug Peterson, I think he wants to mold his own quarterback, and that's why I think it's a lock they're taking a quarterback in the 3rd.
I still think he signs Chase Daniel. First of all, Sanchez is out the door. Sanchez is out the door. You release him, and then I think they signed Chase Daniel to be his backup. And then what he's thinking is even if Bradford, that doesn't work out, either gets injured or he stinks, I've got a guy, as we've all heard Doug Peterson talk about, he's got a guy in Chase Daniel who can step in and be a starting quarterback. So for him, he's already got his backup. He knows who it's going to be. It's Chase Daniel.
Is Sanchez honestly gone? Is he gone?
Well, that was the report that they were going to release him and save $4.5 million, and it hasn't happened officially, but he's gone. Yeah, he's
gone.
That was
really
reported. It can't become official until a certain date, but he's gone. He's
out
okay. So he's not going to be here.
Well, that changes things.
So that means Paxton Lynch thing could actually be pretty good.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now to Howie, it makes a ton of sense in Howie's mind.
Yeah.
Howie and Doug and Frank Reich.
Fill one mediocre quarterback with another, but he's just better.
Peterson was a freaking.
And he's short.
much,
He's
yeah.
so
High school
short,
head
and he
coach.
plays short.
We're going to move on to MLB. I'm going to take my
Please.
final parting blows with the NFL Combine with this. The Combine's got it ass backwards. They're worried about hand size. It's not about your hand size. It's about, well, the size of something else. They're worried about with these quarterbacks. So bowls and went to Pro Bowls. That's what Brett Favre did.
The
worried about
Phillies
your
win
hand
today?
size.
Phillies win today?
Now they tied 4-4.
Good for
Phillies tied 4-4. Yes. Who'd they play?
The Blue Jays again.
They played the Blue Jays. Hear what Jose Bautista was asking apparently
Pass that
for a
to Matty.
contract.
Pass that to Matty.
Jose Bautista apparently wanted $30 million a year in his contract. He wanted a $30 million a year contract, Jose Bautista. He's 35.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Bautista's 35 years old asking for $30 million a year. Just
Yeah,
saying.
it's not going to happen.
Yeah. He said those demands are untrue. Well, let's hope so. I mean, you're 35. Who's going to pay you $30 million a year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody is.
I know the Phillies beat. Who'd they play? They played a college team.
Falcons just released Roddy White
The Falcons released Roddy White.
right now.
I'll sign Roddy White. NFL free agency. We'll right back to it. I'll sign Roddy White.
Wait, when we thought we were talking about the Phils, we go right
breaks-
back.
Ralph breaks breaking news. Roddy White, yeah, no, I'll give him the veterans minimum. I'll pay him $5 million. I'll pay him something to come in here.
Yeah.
You know, he's got more left in the tank than Miles Austin
He
did.
could be
We
friends
gave
with
him a
Chase
look
Daniels.
last year.
He could be friends
You
with
know
Chase
what I mean?
Daniels.
So I'll give Roddy White a look. Jordan Matthews wants to complain about not having people to mentor him. Here, Roddy White can mentor you.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Stop complaining. You got Roddy White and Jerry Rice. That's your two mentors. Jesus Christ! If you don't turn into a Hall of Famer with in the next couple years, I'm gonna snap on you.
Jordan Matthews sucks anyway. He
Here
sucks
we
in
go.
real life and he sucks in Madden.
Jesus, here we go. Cody Ashley. Cody Ashley. should
Cody
be-
Ashley's a good ball
he-
player.
he- yeah, he should be the. He should Be the
How?
Phillies starting
He's
left
the
fielder.
Where?
He's the
When?
He's the
And
best
there's
third baseman
Benson
and left fielder that
Stinks.
the Phillies ever had.
Let me ask you a question.
Go
How,
ahead.
what do you
Cody
feel about
Ashley-
Darren Ruff? Because then we can get into
Cody
Darren
Ashley's
Ruff.
better than
Oh.
Richie Ashburn.
See, now I know you're just playing games with me.
Oh, Jesus.
Cody Ashley sucks.
The ghost of Richie Ashburn's gonna come down from the heavens and slap you. In the mouth.
Everybody on the Phillies sucks.
gonna slap
except
that
for
goat beard
except
off
for
your face.
Mikel Franco. Franco's a beast.
He's gonna slap that goat beard off your face.
Do you mean on the main roster?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, if you're talking about prospects, too, we'd have a little discussion.
I mean,
Nola's starter.
Nola's on the main roster. I mean, I think Mark Appel at this point is on the main
Mark
roster.
Appel should be.
He's gonna be on the main roster. You know.
They should all be up. What are we waiting for?
Herrera-
Nola's the number
Odubel
one already.
Herrera's, I mean,
Nola's he's starting.
absolutely
He's starting the opening day.
Herrera was, I mean, for a Rule 5 pick, I mean, that's Victorino was a Rule 5
Yeah.
pick. I mean, Herrera
Yeah.
looks good looks like somebody that could at least be a piece to building something going forward.
And then you have this
And he
guy
can play
Goodell.
multiple positions.
You have this guy Goodell that we got from the Rule 5.
Yeah, so we've always ended up, falling off the face of the earth and then become gems when we find them, as free agents later on after wherever they were before didn't work
He
out.
was with the Dodgers, I
He was with
think.
the Dodgers, broke his wrist a couple different times. Career
Speaking
never
of
worked
Rule
out.
5, I mean, as far as, and we were talking a couple weeks ago on my show about what we would do as far as the opening day lineup, and I said, why don't you put Goodell out there? I mean, I'd rather figure out what he is now instead of, waiting or just
4
never
years
getting a
down
chance
the-
to see.
I had this
4 years down the
conversation with
road
Tom.
when he's playing for Lehigh Valley his whole entire
I had
career.
this
Yes.
conversation with Tom. I don't understand. Let me get into some. I got into this debate with people on a CSN Philly post on Facebook about a couple days ago. And they're talking about, this Franco thing. Remember the thing with Franco and Chris Bryant? Is it a disservice? Is it wrong that these teams are keeping these guys down just for the sake of getting an extra year out of them? And all these people are, jeez, that got loud all of a sudden.
Wake up.
People are like, well, it's just business, and business is business, and it's good business. What these idiots don't understand is when you're a big market club like the Phillies, like the Cubs, it's the few $1 million that it's saving you to keep him down there for an extra few months.
It's big.
No, it's not. When you're
No,
a
it's
big
not
market
big.
club, the few $1 million doesn't mean anything. By keeping him down there 3 months, an extra 3 months, so you can get an extra year out of him, you're pretty much saving yourself at the most $5 million. And when you're a big market club, that's peanuts, okay?
Yeah.
That's nothing. That rule was designed for clubs like the Rays to be able to get an extra year out of Evan Longoria because if they bring him up, they're obviously not going to be able to re-sign him once he becomes a free agent, so they can keep him down there extra long and be able to bring him up to a point where now they can steal an extra year out of him before he hits free agency. It's designed for those clubs, not the Cubs and the Phillies who have got deep pockets.
It's
just
big
not.
it's big if they continue to act like they're a small money ball club, but they're
Yankees
one of
do
the
the same
biggest
thing.
ones.
Yeah.
They're one of the
Yeah.
biggest ones.
You know,
It's time to
Yankees
act
do the
like it,
same
boys.
thing.
All of these, this is my whole point. So what was the point of keeping Franco down? Because in 3 years, we're going to know what Franco is. If he becomes a superstar, you sign him to his long-term deal then, and then it's irrelevant how long you stay down there because he's under your control for 6 years. So you don't. So that extra year doesn't come into effect until the 6th year that he's now on your big league roster. But if we're still figuring out whether we want to sign him long-term by year 6, I think I have my answer. Like I'm not waiting till year 6 to sign him.
I want to know what he is by year 3.
I'm not waiting until you're 35 years old and you can't catch up to a fastball anymore.
And when he hits 30 home runs this year, I'm signing him long term this year.
Yes.
I'll give you an 8-year deal at $150 million and whatever, because it'll be
all to come up now, so we can figure out what we are
There's
now
no point
instead
in
of
being
later.
down there. Why is Freddie Galvis still playing shortstop? Is J.P. Crawford gaining anything else by staying down in Double A any longer?
Maybe frustration.
There's no reason. There's no reason. The kid's better than Freddie Galvis. He makes you if he makes you a better team, let him be up here. J.P. Crawford, Mark Appel, Nick Williams, Aaron Alter, they all make your team better. There's no reason they should not be up.
You got
on this
Quinn,
roster.
Roman Quinn,
Roman Quinn should be up on this roster now.
Who's the catcher we have right now? Cameron freaking Rupp.
And Carlos Ruiz.
Listen, Alfaro still might be a little young. He's 20. The catching position.
Yeah, okay,
he might
that's
still
true.
be a little young. Catching's one of those positions. If you're not ready to handle a big league staff, you just can't.
That's
come up.
true.
That's one of the few positions where you've got to, you can't go through the growing pains with a catcher. You can on the offensive end, but he's got to be able to handle a pitching staff defensively. Yadier Molina back in the day when he couldn't hit me or you throwing to him, but he could just handle a pitching staff like nobody's business.
It just seems like the Phillies are afraid to bring these guys up and realize what they are. It's like they're afraid to fail. But the thing is, I would rather fail now when we're projected to be bad rather than 2 years from now when we could be good.
You're telling me J.P. Crawford's going to come up and hit 220? I highly doubt it. Even if he does come up and hit 220, though, I mean, so whoop-de-doo. So he hit 220. Freddie Galvis is probably going to hit 220.
I think that. I think
even if he doesn't, who cares?
I think
Freddie
it's
Galvis, we know
in the
what he is.
in the back of their mind as the Philly. I don't think they want to rush it.
What are we
rushing? Where are we rushing?
I think that's
what are you rushing? W's?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying with you. I'm saying with the Phils.
Yeah.
How are we rushing here?
See, baseball is one of the few sports where being bad does you no good because it's not guaranteed that number 1 overall pick.
The Astros sucked since 2006.
Carlos Correa doesn't come around. You don't draft Carlos Correa number 1 overall every single year. You don't draft Bryce Harper number 1 over every single year. Mike Trout was the 27th overall pick of the draft. He's now the best player in the game. The number 1 overall picks just are not locks like they are in other sports.
Yeah.
So it's what is me sucking doing for anything? The Astros had the number 1 pick 4 years in a row. We finally struck gold with Correa.
I just think the Phillies they just don't want to rush their players.
But what players could you be considered as rushed?
Yeah,
I mean, Cornelius Randolph, if they bring him up this year, then JP's ready.
I mean, if you go watch the guy play, watch his swing. I mean, there's nothing else.
Yeah, I'm saying he's ready, but I'm just saying that the Phillies they don't want to rush him. I'm saying JP's ready. JP can come out.
Well, then their scouts should be fired then.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
then their scouts should be fired.
That's what I just don't like. What we're rushing because we're scared that if we bring him up too early and he doesn't have success, what's it going to kill his confidence? The guy hits 220. He's a good hitter. He's a ball player. You make adjustments. You bring him up next year. He's going to be all right.
Thank you.
Anthony Rizzo hit $140 in his cup of tea with the Padres when they first brought him up. Now all of a sudden he's hitting 35 home runs and 280 for the Cubs.
Say he comes up and for the first month he hits 220. Well, two things could happen. Either A, he will rebound and he'll learn to get out of a slump, or 2, he'll crumble. And if he crumbles, well, guess what? He's not the guy that we wanted all along. And I'd rather figure that out now rather than later this year or maybe next year.
If the guy's going to crumble, two more years in the minor leagues not going to help.
No.
You know what I mean?
Learn to crumble up in the big leagues. That's where you make your serious dough and your serious potential rises up to the big time.
Every Philadelphia team has talent on their team, but they just take their time with it. They don't know when to bring them up.
And that's why we're in our position right now.
It kind of explains a lot.
It's true.
It's the Gosta spear with the Flyers. It explains a lot. It makes even less sense in hockey. That was Shane Gostisbehere doing down in the minor leagues. It's not like that's not even a service time thing. Yeah. At least in baseball, they're using the money argument. That wasn't doing anything for you if you were the Flyers, except making you a worse team.
It's a theme for pretty much all Philadelphia sports, and that is they're afraid to pull the trigger.
Yeah,
they're afraid to pull the trigger.
That's what I was trying to get at when I was saying they don't want to rush it. They don't want to pull the trigger too soon.
Real quick before we go to break, who's your preseason MLB favorite, Ralph?
Preseason, to win the whole thing?
Yeah, who's your favorite? I mean, I know it's baseball, it's a long season, but if you just got to look at it on paper right now, who do you like?
I might have to go. I think, man, I don't know. That's
a lot of good teams out there now. All of a sudden,
tough. I might have to go Royals again.
You're gonna go Royals?
Yeah.
See, that's a fair pick. I mean, I don't think they're the best team, but I mean, you gotta come beat
You
the
know
champ,
what?
right?
You know what?
You gotta come beat the
You
champ.
know what? Scratch Royals. I'm gonna go Toronto this year.
You like Toronto?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Toronto this year.
See, Toronto's got to do it this year. If Toronto doesn't
Toronto's
do it this
gonna be that quiet team that they're gonna get in the playoffs, but they're gonna explode in the playoffs.
See, if Toronto's got to do it this year because they're running out of time. Batista's on the tail end of what he does, and Carnacion's on the tail end of what he does.
And listen, Toronto has the AL East all wrapped up right now because Boston's took a little step back. The Yankees don't have Chapman for 30 games now.
Chapman,
beating his girlfriend or beating whoever he was beating.
He's a problem.
Who else is in the AL East? It's the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays. The Rays suck. The only good player on the Rays that's even mentionable and even
Orioles.
known for is Longoria.
Excuse me.
I have to go with the Pirates, and it's going to be tough for them, but I think they're due. I think that they've shown so much in the last couple of years. They have McCutchen, who's one of the best players in all of baseball.
Cole's phenomenal. Garrett Cole's a stud at the top of your rotation.
I'm going Pirates.
I'm going Cubs. I mean, I look at that. I mean, I look at that lineup, that roster. I mean, just top to bottom. I thought they were going to sign David Price and complete the whole thing. But I think what's his name coming out of nowhere last year and winning the Cy Young Award for
Jake
them.
Arrieta.
Arrieta coming now. They feel like with Lester and Arrieta, they didn't need to go spend all that money on a guy like Greinke or David Price. And I thought they might go after either one of them because they had the resources. If the Diamondbacks could sign Greinke to the deal they signed him to, the Cubs could. But the Cubs feel confident with where they're at. The Cubs offensively are going to be filthy.
Yeah, and
they're just going to be
on
absurd.
paper, that team looks disgusting. And the only reason why I don't go Cubs, A, I was trying to switch it up a little bit, and two, it's almost so obvious that they're going to be there. Something has to go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it well. I'm just saying it's so perfect for them to be the team this year that I don't know. I'm going Pirates.
I look at every other team. I mean, the Diamondbacks get better with the Greinke signing, but the Dodgers get worse. So there goes there goes the Cubs competition there. So the Pirates probably move into a position where they are that top team to challenge the Cubs in the National League.
It might be Pirates and Cubs NL Central. I mean NL Championship.
The Mets might be there again.
I'm interested to see what the Washington Nationals do.
Yeah, I do like Dusty Baker. This is what I don't understand about the Dusty Baker hiring though. They hired Dusty Baker because they wanted somebody that was great at managing personalities. Obviously, that's what Dusty does. He's always done. I mean, he got Barry Bonds and Jeff Kent to get along out in San Francisco, and Jeff Kent and Barry Bonds were both on roids and wanted to punch each other in the face. And he got them to get along. And then Benito, they had everybody out there, all these old dudes that are full of egos, and they somehow put it all together. That's him. But he's 71 years old now. There's a guy named Ron Washington out there that's coaching third base for the Oakland A's who did the same thing with Texas, taking the cocaine addict and Josh Hamilton and Ian Kinsler and Nelson Cruz and all these guys, Adrian Beltre, a hothead, all these guys, and he puts them all together, manages their personality, and they go to a World Series. And the Nationals are signing Dusty Baker to be their next manager. He's 71. I'm not too high on Dusty's magic anymore. It's kind of crusty at this point. To play on words with it.
Another play on word area.
Dusty's crusty magic. Reaching deep into that magic bag to try to pull it out. Need to reach deep into that. Best player, the face of this franchise. Speaking of people who would like to shoot strength.
You're listening to the worldwide leader of Real Talk, A2DRadio.com.
This is Tom Arnone, owner and operator of A2DRadio.com and host of Agree to Disagree. If I want to go check out a ball game, there's no better place than the Phillies Sports Bar located 31 South Bradford Pike in Runnemede, New Jersey. With over 40 plasma and HD TVs, a brick oven, a two-story deck, the sports bar has surpassed everyone's expectations. From the one-of-a-kind sports memorabilia to life-size sports figures, the bar stays true to its name. The Philly Sports Bar will provide quality service along with outstanding variety of the finest liquors and well-known beers in a family-friendly environment while remaining true to what they are, the best Orange Sports Bar. That's the Philly Sports Bar, located in Runnemede, New Jersey.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
A2DRadio.com is sponsored by Romeo's Termite and Pest Control. Family owned and operated, Romeo's only employs the safest, most effective methods to rectify your situation. Whether it's at your house or at your commercial residence, no matter what the concern may be, they'll get the job done. Raccoons, squirrels, bed bugs, termites, you name it, they'll take care of it. Satisfaction guaranteed. Give them a call at 856-341-3927 or look them up on Facebook at Romeo's Pest Control or visit their website at www.romeospestcontrol.com, your local pest control provider.
The Rundown, only on A2DRadio.com.
This is the Rundown on A2DRadio.com. We're brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC. It's income tax time, and Gibson Mayer is our certified public accountants here at A2DRadio.com. You want to go see him at 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, Pennsylvania. Or if you're Mr. Eaton who doesn't pay his taxes, obviously don't buy her. Give him a call at 215-369-3308. Mr. Eaton is not happy with me now. We're having fun. No, we've been having fun with everybody today. Everybody that's been in this room. We've been having fun with everyone. Mr. Eaton's not happy. Look, Noah's not happy. Noah, how many games do you think the Phillies are going to win this year? 77. Okay, I like it. That's right around where I've got them at.
I'll go 78.
77 wins. That's a good pick. I think they could be right around 80 wins. 77's not bad. I like that. You know, you get the young talent up here and you get everything clicking. I think we can play good baseball in the second half. I don't think that's I don't think that's unreasonable. Ralph, well, you know what is unreasonable? You thought they were going to win 40 games. That's unreasonable.
You know, he went up to 50.
Oh, now he went up to 50. That's
50
unreasonable.
games they're winning. Not good, dude.
I didn't say they're good. I'm not saying they're going to be trash. I mean, they will be, at the beginning, but they're not going to be trash the entire time.
They suck. The Phillies suck.
Okay, Ralph. Okay, go back to your Lakers. They're great.
Yeah,
they're great.
What are you, a Mets fan now? Like
hell no.
It's pulling a Rob Povey. He's going to like every city in America for a different team.
Exactly.
I never move.
Rob Povey.
I'll never move. I don't switch teams like that.
Oh, you don't switch teams like that?
Hell no.
No?
No.
Just back in 2001.
I know, yeah. How do you not? You don't switch teams, so you've always been a Lakers fan, a Spartans fan?
What connection do you have to the Lakers?
Grew up watching them.
That's not a connection.
No, like
I've seen them on TV. It doesn't mean I love their jerseys. I'm gonna be a fan of them.
And I grew up watching the Yankees in baseball. I didn't become a Yankees fan. Every time I turned on the TV, the Yankees were somewhere on my TV.
I don't know why. Why? Because I live in Philadelphia. I love the Sixers.
I'm not saying that. I'm just asking you what the connection is to the Lakers, other than I grew up watching them.
I grew up watching them. My dad always watched them, so I grew up watching them.
Is he a fan?
Yeah, he's a big
Okay, that's
fan.
the only thing you have to say. Okay, my dad's a fan, and he passed on the legacy
Big
of the Lakers and Kobe Bryant.
His dad watched the Lakers.
So your dad's fraudulent. That's where it all starts.
So now we got to get your dad on the phone.
Now your dad. Yeah, now we're blaming dad. Now it's your dad's fault. That's bad parenting.
Yeah, it's bad parenting. That's what
everybody.
Bad parenting because
people blame everything on bad parenting. We got to go that route.
Yeah, I blame everything on my life on my mother. I'm so diehard Philadelphia. I'm a hockey fan. that like I don't have a team that I cheer for because I'm not a Flyers fan. I could never get on board with the Flyers, so I just watch hockey and become a fan of hockey.
Yeah, see, that's fine.
Like rather than I like the Predators because I think like it's cool what they built down in Nashville in a non-hockey city and the environment they have down there now. When you watch a playoff game, it's just crazy and popping, and the whole environment's crazy. I like that. I respect that type of stuff, but I'm not a fan of any one team.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I mean, when I was real little, I liked the Sharks just because I think I liked their logo, but I was like 4, you know what I mean?
But you like teams because of their logo.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's how little kids are these days.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember being 5 years old and realizing that the Georgia Bulldogs and the Georgia their Georgia logo was similar to Green Bay, except that it was just orange, you know. And I was like, oh, I wonder if like there's like
red.
relation
It was
there.
red.
Yeah, red. This red. This.
Frank gave me that dirty look.
My mom likes the Dolphins, and she can't name their quarterback, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
That's a violation. Isn't that a violation?
What's that?
My mom is a fan of the Dolphins. She's I'm a diehard Dolphins fan, but she can't name their quarterback.
Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, I say all the time, like whenever she brings that up, I'm like, who's their quarterback? And the first time I said Fitzpatrick. I think I walked out of the house.
He didn't even play. I mean, he's played for a lot of teams, but that's
yeah,
not
exactly.
Even Ryan Fitzpatrick on a lot of the free agent things that, like, I looked at SB Nation and their top 100 free agents. Ryan Fitzpatrick was ranked higher as a free agent than Sam Bradford. That's scary. Like, how is he ranked higher than Sam Bradford?
Well, it's because Ryan Fitzpatrick had Brandon Marshall, and Brandon Marshall catches everything that's thrown to him.
Ryan Fitzpatrick's also from Harvard. You know, was a 7th-round pick, and he's having better years. Like if the Jets could sign him to one of those like non-exclusive franchise tags, and I'd pay him more money than I'm paying Sam Bradford. I'd give Ryan Fitzpatrick a Sam Bradford deal, 2 years and $36 million.
But I'm saying this now: the Eagles are gonna take a quarterback with the 13th pick.
I think they're taking somebody in the 3rd. I don't think they'll take somebody in the 13th.
Let's hope Howie Roseman's not dumb enough to do that. You know, but it's Howie Roseman.
Well, it's a lot of hoping involved.
Yeah, I mean, we're being really optimistic here with it being Howie Roseman.
I mean, he did take Marcus Smith, but.
Well, yeah, and then he admitted to it, which might be, I don't know which was dumber, taking him or admitting that you took him.
Well, at least he realizes that he has a problem.
When Chip Kelly was out of the picture, I would have just thrown Chip under the bus. I'd have just been like, no, that was a Chip pick, like 100%. Yeah. Chip came into my office and said he wanted Marcus Smith.
It's a shame.
Just because. Howie Roseman. You see that the Eagles interviewed somebody for their the Eagles interviewed somebody from the NFL Network
to be
for their player personnel
this
position.
organization doesn't know what they're doing.
They hired somebody from the NFL Network.
And they don't know what they're doing.
It's like, really? Like, it's Howie Roseman's an accountant. Now we're going to hire a guy that's an analyst. Like, Jesus Christ. I should get some football people in here. We'll be all right.
Go Eagles.
Yeah, good Lord.
Nah, never mind. I'm a 49ers fan
Frank,
anyway.
Before we leave, how many wins the Phillies have this year?
Don't. He's adding.
It's 70. Or you're just stealing answers now.
Yeah.
Frank thinks
go
the win
49ers. Because wherever Chip goes, I go.
I've got 80 wins. Brodo, you've got 78. Noah had 77.
I got
Ralph,
50.
you had 50. Some absurd. Ralph, you're a problem. Jesus. Stick to hockey in Michigan State and the Lakers. This has been the Rundown
Birds,
on
baby.
HTVRadio.com. Brought to you by Harry's Contracting. For professional home improvement, give Harry Owens a call at 609-638-6336. Email harryshomeimprovements@gmail.com for more information.